sometimes doesn't. That tube. A lot of this stuff is just a freaking mess, dude. Francisca, we get along. Time for a new filter. I think that one is clogged. Just slightly. Just slightly. Or fully. Oh my god, Dusty. This is why I hate sanding. This is part of it. Because this is what happens. Mayhem happens. Alright. This. Okay. Nope. Where is this? Lean. Oh, I hate dirt. Oh, it's so nasty. Oh. Nothing ever stays super clean. It always has to get filthy. What's up? How's it going? How's your night? Hope you have a good day today. Just kind of tidying up a mess here. Oh. Hang this up over here. Get everything off the floor. Get on some of this dust, as I can't stand it underneath my feet. It drives me nuts. But it's what it is. This needs fixed because it was cracked and now it's broken. So we might have to melt that back together. Something. Yes, nothing good is born from lies. That can be fixed. Like so. Might do that here soon. Because I need that, and I like to sit on it when I'm real low working. Kind of stole it from my kids when they outgrew it, but everything has a purpose. Just have to find a use for it. I would say if I go to multi-stream that way, because I don't know if you guys are on YouTube or if you're on Twitch app, because this streams to both. So, Now I should be able to see chat, I think, from both. I think that's how this works. But no, actually it's showing me both of you are on Twitch. You're just invisibles. That is cool. Whatever. I don't care anymore. Whatever. So, pick up my mess. Because the dust has dispersed everywhere. Even my daughter said, holy crap. There's a lot of stuff everywhere. Yes, there is. Very much so. Let's pull this back. So I had to jump over it once. I'm not doing that again. I had to launch myself over it. Give me some room. Could have been worse if I wouldn't have used that. Now this I can fix with a simple soldering iron. And I'll warm that up a bit and melt it back. If you want to watch, you're more than welcome. This is kind of how I fix broken plastic things. Depending on what it is. You can take pieces from other spots and build it up. Nothing's really truly broken. And we have to take that out before that gets hot. That could be a thing quickly. So, let's get in there. And I want certain tip. This one works good. Oh, if you don't lose it. Oh no. I got it. That's alright. It's starting to get warm. So we have a little kink here because it twisted. So we'll twist it back and nest everything back where it was supposed to be. And she'll take a little bit of, we're going to have to heat the corner because the corner right here wants to keep it twisted and it's not going to let everything line back up where it's supposed to be. While it won't look the best, it will function just how I want it to function. Lights out. Turn on the radio. Lights out. Radio. Lights out. So, just as if I was welding metal, I'll start at the one end. This plastic does not smell that great. It is very reminiscent of a dirty old man. That's kind of what it smells like. Oh god. It freaking stinks. Oh god. Every plastic has its smell to it. Some of it smells good. Some of it smells like crayons. And some of it does not smell good at all. What better time than now? Can't stop us now. So, let that firm up a little bit. Basically, if I draw along the crack, kind of get down in the crack a little bit, I can then come back over top of it and smear over top of it, fill the crack in, and fix that seam. Now we have to hold it in place till it hardens up, or it'll just pop open and it'll undo everything we just did. Sometimes it helps to let the plastic go all the way cold. It really depends on the type that it is. So that holds the leg in place now, and I can come in here, and we're gonna have to twist it just slightly. Somehow. Gotta find a way to hold it. So. That's the piece that's kind of pulling it outwards. Well, as the plastic cures, it kind of goes from a wet look to like a dry look. So now we have one larger joint here, and I'll make a full pass on this while twisting just slightly. And we'll cut it in the groove where the crack is, and then come back over top of it flat and melt it all together. Just like that. This is a very waxy plastic. You can tell by the color of it and how fast it melts. It's almost like a very reminiscent of a crayon. Crayon, however you want to say it. Some people say it differently. There we go. Yep. That's that. Right. Now I'm going to do the inside also and make it a little stronger. And then we'll attempt to sit on it once it cools. And see if it's a strong enough repair. Some plastic can't be repaired like this. You would have to add a virgin plastic rod. because as you cook plastic or heat plastic, it becomes harder and more brittle. A lot of plastic is recycled and then mixed with virgin plastic, so it's then reusable. Don't know if most people know that. Probably not. I feel like probably not. That's probably not a thing. So, just kind of opening this crack a little bit here with the tip of this, and then coming back over top of it and fusing it all together. That's how I go about fixing it. If I wanted to, I could even use this tool to go in here and cut some of this ribbing out and use this to melt and add and build up this seam. If it breaks on me, I probably will end up doing that because I may not have a strong enough plastic weld here. Let's see. Alright, now the other side. There we go. I'm going to let all the heat get out of it. So I don't want to sit on it while it's still warm. Otherwise it will split. And it's either going to stay or I'm going to fall on my butt. One of the two. What do you think? Cut you down. Long time liar. Until that midnight rider. Until the rambler, the gambler, the peg burner. God's gonna cut 'em down. Down the God's gonna cut 'em down. Sometimes I'll go in and I'll do a type of stitch, which is where I'll almost puncture all the way through. And that way I know I got a real good, thorough fuse in that whole area. It's gonna cut them down. For a long time, run on. Long time, run on for a long time. Sooner or later, gotta cut you down. Sooner or later, gotta cut you down. Dark against your fellow man. In black and white, what's done in the dark will be brought to the light. I'd say it works. Right? Done. Pretty easy. Just run in there. Melt it all together. Can't really see it. Kind of. A little bit there. Yep. So, that's fixed. Piece cake. Next. Unplug that. Let that cool down. Then I can put it away. Alright. I need to fix the sockets are out of place. Oh, that is her propane. That is an adjustable regulator. Oh, goes over there. Yeah, it's very sneaky, very sneaky. I don't think it's funny. I don't like it. But you know I don't like it, so that's why you do it. Right. Seven sixteenths. Come here. Why does that go down? Anyways, this rubbish. The fault that you're always wrong. Just the father strong. The beautiful people. It's all relative to the size of your steeple. Can't smell your own on your knee. Oh, yeah. It's a thing, isn't it? Apparently it is. We're the neither most people. It's all atomic as the size of your steeple. Some has made it this way. God, I hate living in a neighborhood where I can't make fucking noise. Just want to work. I guess I finish this one up, finish that one up. Balls, dude. Fucking balls. Stupid fucking noise bullshit. There's really not that many dings in that fender, surprisingly, as old as it is. It's in really good shape. There's one there that I can tell already. On the top side. And we'll see if my butt left an imprint from sitting on it. Highly doubt it. I don't weigh enough to do that. So I don't think that's a thing either. What do you think? Do you think that's a thing? Do you think my butt could leave an imprint on this fender here? Or do you have not a clue? It's so dirty. Who knows? Oh my gosh. I just want to yank all this crap off of here. For the most part. The catacombs, yeah. can do my chisels while I'm sitting here, because those need sharpened. This is it. Just move it one spot to move it to the next spot. Such is the life of the tuna can. I should have a box over here, tucked far away from reach, which has the rest of the hardware in it. Aha! I don't want to see anyone try and remember where all that stuff goes. I know. So I don't have to label shit. Why not make bags with things on them and identify what goes where? Because it's not that fucking difficult. You don't have to. I mean, you might have to. That's fine if you have to. It's understandable. Don't require that to be a thing. It's more of a pain in my ass. Trash can. The pain you feel, you must confess. The best, the best, the best, the best of you. Where's my brush? My brush. Nice. We have to keep removing this cloned crap. I'm gonna go to a higher grit just to clean the crap off of it. No. What's this one? It's been through hell. That's what happens when you leave it outside and forget about it. It gets frickin' destroyed. Massive black coal. Supermassive black. This one's shit. Hit my soul. Cutting shards mounting in the dead of night. The stars open in the supermassive. stone. It's a whole fucking degree off. Who machined this damn thing? Jesus Christ. Maybe it's more than a degree. It's like maybe a degree and a half. How do you do that? Oh, it's drinking. It's not my time to wonder why everything's gray. Now you're here. Now you're away. Never forget where you're at. Never alone. I'm alone all the time. Don't let the days go by. Oh, she's a sharp one. Now, where did I put that? Oh, you got that one. I'm not touching that one. Yo. This gets so difficult to go back and forth. What is this trash? Fucking playing. You can like turn that crap off. Thank you. Yeah, this thing's more difficult to learn than fucking Pandora. None of those programs truly work the way they're supposed to. And now, the quickest with the grinder. Ever so lightly. Ever so lightly. Better. Much better. We can work with that. Knock off that edge. And go from there. get scragglies off the end. Okie doke. There is something that sits proud right there that I don't want. Fucked up and complicated. We are chaos. Can't be cured. Fucked up and complicated. Chaos. Can't be cured. Oh yeah. It looks freaking gorgeous. Hit it with the wire wheel. Oh, I didn't put any stuff on that. And my edge will rust, which will then dull it. So, there we go. That's better. Let's have a little bit of oil in that rag. My favorite one is this one, I think, because it's so small. I use that for like mortise and tendons. It's very therapeutic. Maybe I'll do a piece later. It's kind of fun. So, quick press on this. Noise warning. It'll kind of grab, it'll make filings, and it does make the end somewhat magnetic. So I toss it like that real quick to throw the filings off of it. Basically, I knock it down here because some of these had little chunks out of the end. So I was a little aggressive with it. It's a workout in itself, holding a certain position when you do this, because you're trying to keep a certain angle, so it's not like just lifting weight and that's all it is. Take the burr off the back side. See, I get little filings, like a little dust that accumulates. But anyway. And then I come back in here and put a micro edge on it. Everybody does them differently. Just a small little thing. And then take the burr that I forced. Keep moving that one around. I need to go a little more. There we go. You can actually see a little bit, just kind of dangling. Okay, that one's done. Don't have to hit this with the grinder, but I can take the rust off with the wire wheel. I only hit it with the grinder if there is a nick in it. Nah, I picked up all this metal. This one is still, and you can see, like, this one is still magnetized. Don't know whether or not that shows up. If I hold it still, might be able to see all the little fuzzy dust on it. Try to hold it still. And get it to something. But, yeah, anyway. So, quick motion like that, it all comes off. Okay. Here. Fuck is this, dude? Garbage. Ugh. Natural one does. Crude awakening. pussies and pointing back down. Where's that? Like a sissy. Guns are for pussies. You're not where's that? Like, no, where it's at. Like a sissy. Guns are for pussies. Get the rest off of this side too. Fear no man and I'm unarmed. Don't need to be armed. I'm come on. Just trying to see the very tip of that. And flattening the bottom, it allows that edge to be super sharp. This world is sure to fade away Strawberries and he escapes us. Love is for fools, break at the bend. For some reason, the bottom looks rolled on this, and I'm not getting the edge I want. So we're going to have to come in here and flatten the bottom more, because the bottom's slightly rounded for some reason. So I can see a slightly brighter edge right around the bottom. And I shouldn't be seeing that edge at all. It should be the same color all the way to the end. So we're going to have to come in here and cut down till that edge drops away. almost there. Oof. I just about got it. Cuts through that. It's pretty good. It's a little bit tougher. Anything you tried. This one is for metal. Does not need to be done. This one is probably just needs altered slightly. Then you dream it could be the whip that tames us. The whip that tames us. The whip that tames us. To what you are. Begin to blur. Super sharp. Super sharp. Yes, yes. Very good. Very good. Don't have that on. Oh, sorry. I'm not even paying attention, guys. I'm sorry. I was like off in outer space somewhere. My bad. Chat paused due to scroll. What does that mean? Chat paused. So I don't know if you're still there or not. What's up? Let me try and get this thing to stop doing that. Okay. Hey guys, what's up? Just kind of sharpening my chisels. Basically. How you doing, Scorch? What's up? Looks like Fate's back. Dinger's done. Let you go. Oh, it's all dirty. Nice. Maybe, if you want to see a mortise and tenon joint, I could show you that. Or at least the mortise part. It's pretty satisfying, actually. I enjoy it. I haven't been on in a while. Had a crazy week. Yeah? Crazy with the crazy lady? Crazy? Or what? Tell. Tell, 'cause you disappeared and you said nothing to no one. So now I have no clue what's going on. You said, oh, I'm having a friend over. And then you randomly disappear, so I don't know if you were getting freaky or what happened. Now, how did you... We cried every night. I was like, because I told Fate, I said, hey, I haven't heard from Scorch in a while. I hope he's okay. I hope she wasn't like some another crazy chick. We don't like crazy chicks. Don't need crazy chicks. Honey, you guys stay. Yeah, of course. Now he sounds full of himself. He's like, I knew you guys missed me. Dude, you have no clue how crazy. Oh, sorry. It happens. Probably as crazy as my freaking crap. Oh, almost. So, you get it. So, what happened? Did you have to call the cops? Did you have to have her locked up? Is she good crazy, bad crazy? What's up? Spill. He's like, okay. It's okay. Everything's safe with us. No cops, but close. Oh no, that's not good. So another one bites the dust. Is this the case? Another one that's a little. Uh-oh. When girls can get a little crazy. Come on, man. Is it? But close. Was there drinking involved? That is my next question. No. Oh. Was she drinking? Maybe he doesn't want to tell. Maybe we should move on to another subject. It's cool. You can just make random shit up, right? It doesn't have to be your real life. Yeah, damn good job, dude. So now you probably are as skinny as me. I have no pudge. I have this little bump here from my pants and the freaking loop thing where the button goes. But yeah, good job, man. That's awesome. I thought you were kind of on your way to that anyway. So that's really cool. I can't type it. I'll tell you in the voice chat one. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. It does, it's better that way, probably. It's less drama. I'm just glad you're doing all right. You might want to have them like, might want to get their social security number next time and type it into like something, right? And do a search on them. Like, thanks, and I feel great. Awesome, man. I'm glad. That's awesome. So who's this other limit with the little L? I'm kidding. I dated her for a year in 2018 and I didn't learn my lesson. Oh no. Yeah, and everything kind of just came like flooding back, the same as. Oh, thanks, fate. It happens. I'm sorry. I mean, you try to give him a second chance, right? And it just, I guess. Mm. So, yes, I was sharpening chisels and trying not to cut myself. Oh, that one's really sharp in the process. It's so sharp, you could probably take hair off of your arm. Mm-hmm. Don't do that. Um, and then I'll be back to training 6 days a week. You and your frickin' training 6 days a week, dude. You're frickin'. I train every day here in this environment. This is my training environment. Um, I had a I had a little one, didn't I? Where'd it go? I'm missing a size. I'm missing a chisel. Where's that chisel at? Curious. Once bit, twice shy, baby. Yeah, yeah. Twice bit, like 9 times fucking shy. Mm. Oh, I do that. That's a thing I do. Just forget to put sugar in. I do that more when I get talking. I completely forget to tend to other things and end up drinking coffee that has no sugar in it. There, you didn't have to hear my stirring. So, earlier I repaired a broken stool. What did I do today? Made turkeys. Made turkey nuggets. How's the car coming along? The car is here. I'll show you. Car has the fenders pulled off, right? So fenders are pulled off. Partially over here. I can go further now because I have an extension. I got this one stripped mostly on the top. I had a ding over here, which I can't even tell where it is anymore. I fixed that. I have one here. She's a nice one. It's somebody filled with that pink shitty Bondo. I gotta bring that out. This one's pretty evident. You can tell because I sanded over it and it's got a little, but I'll work those out. The front valance is done. All the dents are removed from that. That was fun. Not really. That's kind of fun. Bondo and tiger hair. To pass. Oh god, dude. I got this chunk of fucking, well, we call it kitty hair, right? I guess depending on the brand, you might call it tiger hair. But it's usually like long strand fiberglass. It's really good stuff. I mean, it is if you go that route or have to. But I normally use that for like molds. So like if I'm making a mold of something, I don't really use that on cars. Oh yeah. It's your Thanksgiving. Yes. Just use six. Ugh. No, never. Nope, everything goes out as far as I can get it in metal. That way I don't have to use filler because I don't like filler. So, body hammers first. Filler never. If it needs a slight glaze on it, possibly. But even that kind of makes me cringe. It's just more stuff to crack and fall off and shrink. Which will just be a defect later. But yeah, that one. Oh, that one's gonna be fun. That one had a whole big old chunk in it. I forget. Yeah. Oh, you'd have to watch one of the other videos because that one had so much in it, and I pulled a lot of it out now, so it's not gonna really do any justice showing it to you now because it's already mostly out of there. But yeah, I was just sweeping up some of the dust and fiddling like I normally do. Fiddling one of these nights. I'd like to not go to sleep and just work all night. It'd be so much easier if I didn't live in town, though. Yeah, of course. Well, I'd like to take the front valance and I want to get it as close to factory as possible. Try that Da Vinci sleep. What is that? What is the Da Vinci sleep? You come up with these things, and I already do these things, so maybe I already do that. Because that last thing you said about holding your breath and crap, I do that all the time when I'm out here working. You only sleep 4 hours and take 20-minute naps every 4 hours. Huh? You mean you work 4 hours and then take a 20-minute nap, right? Because I think you got that backwards last time. Or something. Oh, hold on. No, maybe that's right. You only start with the 4. I still do the Wim Hof breathing every day. Yeah, I guess. I do it without even thinking about it. Out loud, my life. Yeah, 20-minute naps. Uh, the life of the productive people. Honestly, if you waste your whole day sleeping, how do you ever get anything done? Um, if you put goals in front of you that you want to get done, you can't get them done if you're sleeping. That's why I hate sleeping. It's kind of like, that's part of the reason why I figured, like, I never tried, yeah, the broken sleep. Yeah. Yeah, she does the Da Vinci sleeping, not the Wim Hof. I like to get 7 hours sleep. Yeah. Lately I have now, but like 3 to 4, honestly. When I'm like really wanting to get things done, it's like 3 or 4. And I'd take a nap here or there during the day, just when I crash. Da Vinci, not by choice. Yeah. I like to stay busy. I don't feel right if I'm not doing something. Wouldn't know what to do with 7. Oh, I feel like crap. You ever sleep for like, if I sleep like past 8 hours, I get up, I feel like crap. I feel so stiff and sluggish. Like, I hate it. I'd rather just do my schedule, which could be randomly whatever, different times of the day. Just if I get tired, I sleep. If I'm not tired, I work. Right. That's part of the reason why I hate the whole weekly work schedule crap. That 9 to 5 or 7 to 3. It's kind of eh. Wake up in a panic, thinking I died. I wasn't on. I think I'm afraid. I swam in the ocean. I was freezing, so I needed to make that cold bath. Well, didn't you get your cold bath if you went swimming in the frickin' ocean? Like, I feel like you already got it. I've seen a bunch of. It's great. I want to do it every day. You just gotta watch you don't get it too cold. You might kill cells, right? In the process. So that's kind of something I think you should be aware of. You don't want to get it so cold that you're killing cellular stuff. Just enough to drop your body temperature, really, I would think. If I really got cranking out here, I'd probably have my shirt off in the dead of winter if I really got cranking. We are gonna polar swim once a month all winter. I'll post pics next time. It was crazy. I'm sure it was. At least it was in the ocean, right? So it doesn't like freeze so much. I gotta turn. It's getting chilly out here. It's 5 degrees colder than it normally is. Mm-hmm. Certain spots freeze. Not all of them. Oh, I messed up. Where did that one get? That one got oiled. It's good. This here. Ugh. I can't even get it out. I can't pull it out of there. That's my biggest file. That makes my other file look small. Oh, I can put this back. I'm done with this. It's cold enough now. It won't melt a hole in it. It's like the best thing in the world, having a soldering iron. You can fix broken plastic. You can fix electrics. Everything. Little orange arm floaties just in case. I don't know that little orange arm floaties would fit around his arms. I don't think they would. He might only be able to get them on his wrists. That's if he can get his hands through them. I have difficulty even getting my hands through my kids' floaties when they used to have them years ago. Not that. No, I'm not saying about fat. Just saying size. They're not made for men, so obviously floaties, like, I could barely get it over my hand. They're made for kids' arms, which are even smaller than, like, my hand. They make big gun arm floaties. Oh, do they? I feel like those are special order. This doesn't go there. I'm so glad I found my multimeter. I thought it disappeared. Or got, like, left somewhere. I need to grab custom ordered. Yeah, custom ordered, custom to fit. I can make you some floaties. Right? They're pretty cool. Why does this thing changes the colors? Like sometimes it depends what I cover. So if I cover the fender, it gets brighter. If I let the fender, it gets darker. Dark, light, dark, light. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Huh. I use it to measure. It used to be a volunteer measurer. What do you mean a volunteer measurer? I need to flip these for a man. Volunteer measurer? What is a volunteer measurer? I'm confused. Nope. Nope, I didn't get it. Volunteer measurer. Custom guns. I'm gonna cut through the ice at the park in town to swim in a few days. It's gonna be fun. You're nuts. Screw that. It's too cold. Speaking of which, I need long sleeve. I need fine long sleeve. Or at least my coat. Maybe I'll grab my coat. Wash my hands. That's better. What in God's name am I listening to now? I think Spotify hates me. It plays some really weird stuff I've never heard before, and I don't like it. They've never heard this group, and I'd be okay if I'd never heard it again. There we go. Cool, literally. Yes, very, very literally. Man, I want to get the freaking... I need to just get this damn capture card, but I really don't want to... I can't afford to spend the money on it right now. But if I had the capture card, I could do the 4K, and then I think the GoPro wouldn't act up, and I could do the welding thing, and I think that'd be really cool. Like, I think a lot of people would like that. It'd be different. I don't know of anybody else on Twitch that welds. Maybe there's somebody. Do you need a filter or for welding? A filter? Oh, I wish I had some of that material. So they have this material, right, that they put up. It's like a curtain. Usually they put it up in industry, so when they walk clientele around, I think welding would be, yeah. So, and it changes. You can buy it in different shades and different colors, right? And it's just a plastic, basically. They'll use it in industry to put around the welders. That way you're not getting side flashed, because if someone's welding over there and you're getting that in the side of you'll burn the retina in your eye. So we put curtains like that up in the factory. That way people wouldn't get it, and also they could walk around clients and show them the factory, and they weren't getting like hit. Because it's just your natural reaction to stare at something like that. Now, on here, it's not going to do anything to you, right? It's not that intensity. None of these can pick up that intensity and give you that kind of light. You just wouldn't see anything, it'd just be all white. So a filter would be good, because then you would actually be able to see kind of what I see, if it's shaded correctly. I go a little bit, I forget what I weld at, probably. I'm currently at like, I think that's at 8. I weld with it a little brighter than most people. I didn't mess up a camera. It could. I don't know. It very well could. If the camera can't handle that, it may overload it. I'd probably, with the GoPro being as expensive as it was, I probably want to do some research and see if people put filters over top of their GoPro, because I don't really want to damage that thing, and I'm sure it's not covered under warranty, and I'll get screwed that way. It was bad enough I spent like $250 on the GoPro, and for me to use it to stream on the computer, I still have to get a capture card. But once that's done, I think it'll be alright. I'm just hoping I can run like a long enough cord, like, because I don't want to have like several computers plugged in. I just want my one computer with cameras throughout the house. That way I can just switch over to the next camera. Is kind of the plan. Not stopping, starting again, stopping, starting again. It's kind of a pain in the butt. It kind of disrupts it. Kind of, I guess, like almost like a reality TV show, I guess. Right? Wow. That clicking in that song sounds really realistic. I literally thought there was like a cricket or something somewhere. It would be a limited reality show. Yeah. Yeah, something like that, kinda. Yeah, I got a lot of... I don't think everything I do is boring. Some of this stuff's exciting. I do a lot of random weird stuff. But my daughter and I joke around a lot, and some of this stuff's really funny. So some people might find that funny too. We horse around all the time, off camera, and then I try and get the camera to work, and the camera doesn't work. But we're always joking around, especially when we're in the kitchen. I get a little goofy then. So I scrap the deep freeze. Ice bath idea. I'm gonna go to a 90-gallon garbage bin and keep it outside. Hey, that doesn't cost you any electric then, right? There you go. You know, before you do the 90-gallon garbage bin bag, you know they make like little, who makes it? Rubbermaid makes. Um, yeah, Rubbermaid makes like the little tubs, almost like for ponds, right? And they have a drain in the bottom of them, I think. I mean, that'd be like perfect, and it'd be rugged so it can handle if it freezes. Because if you do like a garbage bin, the plastic might be so thin, even with it circulating, there's going to be a dead spot in there. If it freezes, it'll shatter the plastic. Yeah, it's just a little more rugged, and I think it's a fiberglass reinforced plastic, so it's not like it's just plastic itself. That'd probably be better. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, because fiberglass reinforced plastic can take a lot more of a hit than just your standard plastic. It'll stretch more before it pops. Chances are it'll just move, not actually shatter and explode. I was gonna throw a bunch of sea salt in it to help prevent freezing. Sea salt's expensive. Like a bucket? Like you're gonna buy like aquarium stuff? Like, I mean, or I think you can get sea salt without calcium already in it. At like, yeah, looking to buy in enough, it's pricey, yeah. But if you're only gonna do 100 gallons, it'd only cost you about 25 bucks, right? I would buy it in the 5-gallon bucket because I think you can get it without the additional calcium and minerals in it. I think you can get it just straight sea salt, and it would be anywhere from $50 to $100. And change the water every 2 weeks. Oh, just do a light salinity. I don't think you need to do like super high. You just have to experiment with it, right? I think keeping it moving and putting the salt in it should be enough. It'll also keep certain algae from growing in it. There's other algae that will grow in it still. But yeah, definitely I think it'll help. But don't buy like the little tiny ones because they have like little ones. They're like 25 for like 50 or 100 gallons. They're like 25 bucks. You're better off buying the big bucket of sea salt without the calcium in it and using that, I would think. That's what I would do. Yeah. Then you get an extra bucket when it's empty. If you got any weeds you don't want, right? Scorch, when you go to drain that, you can put it there. Like if you have a fence you don't want anything to grow at, that's where you're going to want to drain it. You don't want to drain your salt water just in the yard somewhere. You're going to have a big dead spot where nothing's going to grow. So keep that in mind too. Like it'll kill just about everything. Unless you're growing like, oh yeah, it'll kill the weeds. Yeah, yep. When you go to drain it, you can just put it around the posts. That salt will stay in the ground for a good while and you won't have any weeds come up. And it's like a natural weed killer. So you don't actually have to buy weed killer. So you'll be set there too. Scorch's gonna be out sitting in this tub of water like curing a ham with his sea salt. Well, I was sitting out in my bath for a while. He's like holding a ham leg. I was gonna just dump it. I thought I'd have it dead. Oh God, yeah, you'd have a huge dead patch, right? Massive. And then you'd wonder why you can't ever get grass to grow there for like probably the next 2 years. Big dead patch of grass. Oh God. Yeah, and definitely do some damage. So how's work and everything going? Pretty good? Keeping busy? Just about went through every chisel I had here, except for this one. Not messing with. That one has to be ground. I'll do one I don't have to grind. Like this one. I'm gonna turn the mic off a second because you're not gonna want to hear the wire wheel. It'll be a little noisy. But I'll talk and work at the same time. I gotta learn to do that. Sometimes it's hard to focus on two things at once. what we call beauteous. Beautiful and hideous at the same time. Works. Great. Lots of hours. We are in orange level, so I can't leave. What is Moo Zone? Moo Zone. My zone? But lots of work in this area. Oh, awesome. Yeah, everything's getting a little crazy down here right now, I think, from what my daughter's now home, has to do school online, which is fine. I didn't want her to go back to school to begin with. And school decided they were going to let the children go back, and I kind of cringed the moment I heard that. And here we are again, because someone can't use their frickin' head. It's not that difficult. Just freaking stay away from things. Give it 2 months, right? 2 months. Stay away from everything. Avoid everything. And it'll be done. Then we can all continue. That's all it takes. It's not that difficult. It's not rocket science. It's pretty simple. But I guess it's kind of, it's that unspoken thing, right? It's only one cure for stupid. No problem. So, that's the other way I look at it. It's an unfortunate joke to use, but it's the truth. The ones not thinking about it are going to end up passing away because they're being stubborn and they're not listening. Especially COVID, all my school is online except shop work is great. Oh, you guys have shop work? Yeah, that's cool. This thing's pretty snugly. So here's what it kind of looks like if that shows up. Does it show up? Not really. We have very heavily rusted freaking chisel. This thing's been sitting. These were some used crap I got from somebody. I've never even actually used these chisels. I have my other set that I use. But it's nice when one goes dull and you don't want to stop to just go to another one that's already ready and sharpened. Makes work faster when you can have multiple tools ready. Any experience with buying a car at auction? I've been thinking of flipping one with my buddy. Was looking a lot on Copart. Oh, I know a lot of people that buy cars from auction, but I've never actually went and done it because it's never been a thing I wanted to do. But definitely, do you plan on, you're just selling it, just trying to sell it and get rid of it kind of thing? I'll tell you right now, any cars that come with a V6 that's front wheel drive are going to have massive issues. So that's normally the problem childs that I have to deal with. Yeah, definitely want to look for rust if you want to resell it. Honestly, you have better luck selling SUVs and minivans and not actual cars because your market's going to be larger. I think, depending on where you live, you have to watch how many cars you sell too, because if you sell too many, then you're going to have to get a certain type of license to be able to transfer more titles, but that's later on in your future, I guess. Yeah, there's Copart, and is that, that's a car part, like not a used car part, but like, there's that, what's the other one, Rock Auto is one, too. I used to like Rock Auto until they changed their shipping shit around. Kind of pissed me off. So I haven't bought many things from them lately. I think that's pretty uniform though. Like everybody went to this FedEx thing, which drove me fucking nuts. Yeah. Honestly, if you just go and watch some of the guys, you'll probably see a group of guys that'll go there in packs of 2 or 3, and they'll probably have stuff written down. I bought cars from Florida, never had an issue. Oh yeah, cars from Florida are definitely good. Been working on motorbikes for a few years, and a project would be dope. Like a project motorcycle, or I bought a motorcycle, which was one I wanted. I've been looking for it. And when I went to buy it, it was it once one point a salvage title, or reconstructed, I should say. And when it was a reconstructed title, being that I brought it into my state, it had to be re-inspected, so I got screwed on that. Because my state is very strict about what they'll allow for reconstruction. So I would stay away from anything that's like that. Yep, I didn't know that. And quite honestly, the bike was in great shape. It didn't even need it. What did it have that didn't pass? Let's see. Just like stupid things. It had to have the underfairings in the rear and a chain guard. That was it. But it had to be re-inspected just because of me bringing it. Yeah. Stupid things, right? And I put it on and later took it off and then had a cop pull me over and tell me it needed to have it on it. Which was funny. So, I've heard salvage titles can only have bottom insurance in a few states. Yes, probably salvage titles. Yeah, this was reconstructed, so it didn't actually make it into a salvage state. Got myself a 1986 Nighthawk that I have. Nighthawk Honda. I think my brother has 2 of those. Right? They're more of the like sit more upright motorcycle with the 2 chrome shocks in the front that are really long, right? I think. Yeah, my brother has 2 of them. I had to help him rebuild the front shocks on it. But yeah, they're very nice bike. He's got all kinds of freaking stuff. He's got more projects that just don't get finished. He's got a Miata now he wants to get rid of. He's like, I don't want to get rid of it because it's so much fun, but I don't need it. That was the first project. Was It's an amazing experience. Oh yeah. I'm out. Have a good, guys. Alright, Scorch. Love you, brother. Take it easy. Projects are nice. I like projects. Until you're done with the project, then it's like, what's next? What was cracked front fairing, just some Bondo and paint. Sorry, 1 second. Cracked front fairing. Yeah, the fairing repairs, I'll go in and I actually do like a plastic weld. I try and stay away from any type of Bondo, but I mean, that's up to you how you repair it. I usually go in with, they make fairing repair kits that you can buy, and you can use basically virgin plastic to repair the fairing, which you could then go in and sand down, and it would be a stronger fix. Or you can buy new fairings. I've also done that too, if I just need a lower or something. I actually have an entire, is it a 900 RR, I think? Yeah, like the front fender's up there, but the rest of the tank and everything's up in the attic. That a customer dropped off probably, God, like a year ago. Paid for half of it. I did the half that he paid for, and it's been sitting there ever since. Used some fiberglass. Was messy, but it was a learning experience. Yeah. Yeah, fiberglass does have a learning experience, especially when you're bonding it to plastic. Some people go in, actually with some repairs, depending on what it is, I will actually take metal mesh and go in on the inside of the fairing and melt the metal mesh into the plastic. That way it ties it together, and then do my repair that way. That way it won't crack there. But for some reason, well, I know why, but the fiberglass repairs on plastic don't ever really hold, especially if the fairing struck again in the future. It'll pop right off. You can get in there aggressively with some grit, but plastic likes plastic. But if you're just going to drive it every day, don't really care, I just want to bang it up a little bit, I understand. Some people just want it to look good, they don't care, right? And they just do whatever's cheap enough for them. I understand that part of it too. So what project are you on at the moment? 68 Dodge Charger. That's what I'm kind of working on. Oh, right now I'm just sharpening chisels. But yeah, that's what these are. Is front fairings. I did the valence earlier in the week. Thanks, man. Yeah. What's the story behind that one? Well, I was on a school bus riding home, and I seen a car on the side of the road when I was like 15. I didn't know what it was. It just looked really cool to me. And I was getting close to the time where I needed to start buying a first car. So when I got home, I asked my father to take me over to look at this car real quick. Like the moment I got home, I asked him. So we drove over there, and the moment we pulled up, he's like, "Holy crap." He's like, "I had one of these when I was a kid." And he started looking at it, and we called the phone number. Like went back home, called the phone number, then drove back because back then that was before like the whole cell phone thing really kicked off. And we talked to the guy, and we literally bought it that day or the next day. Um, so he had one, and he rebuilt it and everything, and his father drove it and blew the motor up, and it went to the scrapyard. So we purchased this as kind of like a father-son project, and we've always been so busy that that never really happened. So I've had this car in our family's possession for like 22 years. Um, so yeah, it's kind of where it's at. He basically just kind of kept me from it so I wouldn't destroy it as a young buck, I guess, right? Because it probably would have. Almost guarantee it. Because the first car I got, I rolled in a cornfield. Yeah. Oh man, I caught hell for that too. This is why I tell kids not to buy, like, never go buy the car you really want for your first car because you're going to destroy it. It's just inevitable. You're learning how to drive. You're you got to do it. So, yeah, I bought what was it? I was 16 and bought another car for like 250 bucks. I had another car too. I had a Dodge Omni, and then I bought like a Volkswagen Scirocco, and I drove it to work. First time I got insurance on it, drove it to work that day, and my mother and father, I remember them specifically telling me, the moment you're done with work to come home, right? And I didn't listen. I didn't listen at all. I proceeded to leave work and go to my buddy's house. And on the way to my buddy's house, I was like tired of being behind someone, and I went to go around them, and they didn't want me to go around them. So they continued to accelerate, which made me have to continue to accelerate also. And basically, we kind of got into a deadlock. And, yeah, this freaking jerk wouldn't let me get over until the last minute. And then there was another car coming, and I had to kind of stay in it. I was committed. And I yanked the wheel at the last second, got it over into the other lane, and it lost control a couple times. I rocked it back and forth a few times, but the suspension was so sloppy that there was nothing I could do to keep it connected to the road. And it slid off the road in a ditch at like 85 mile an hour, and I flipped the car. Had no seatbelt on. I head butted the windshield out of the car, my shoulder hit the window, and my back broke the sunroof. And I get out, walking around, I'm like, well, that sucks. That sucks. Like, I was like, oh man, this sucks. This is not good. Because all I could think of in the back of my mind was, oh, this is why my parents told me to come straight home after work. So that's how that ended up. And I got a lot of tickets for that. So that kind of screwed me financially for a very long time because I didn't listen. Yep. Lesson learned, kind of, not really. I still continue to be young and dumb. That's how I've always been. But you can't learn if you don't make mistakes. I've just been lucky enough. My first was a Volkswagen 2000. Took care of it, even if it's so ugly, but never failed. Me surprising. Yeah, surprisingly. Yes, a 2000 Passat. That is surprising. Well, you can get it. You can the Volkswagens. I don't like them because of the plastic, like everything, but you can put a lot of mileage on those engines because the engines are so constrained from the factory. They're not like, and what I mean by constrained, they're not built to produce a lot of power. The valve train is extremely small and it doesn't put a lot of load on the engine. You're not beating the engine up um, like you would if you purchased a Honda or a Mitsubishi or something a little more with larger valves where it makes and generates more power. So it's kind of hard to destroy. Like, what did that have? Like a 1.8 or a 2.0 in it? Probably. I knew one girl that always brought her Volkswagen over here to get it done. The girl always had problems with stuff. She was always breaking something. They always had this weird smell. Did you ever notice Volkswagens always smell like a freaking crayon? The staggered 1.8, staggered 1.8, strangered, standard 1.8, sorry. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Yeah, right? Like it's Volkswagens, Audis, a lot of the European cars to me smell like a freaking crayon, and I think it's the plastic that they use on the interior or a sealant or something. Like the moment I walk in, and sit in the car, I instantly feel like I've just sat in a crayon box. And I don't know why, but it's what it smells like to me. I really don't like it. But it's a characteristic smell that they all have. And I have a very sensitive nose, so it really stands out to me. This is warped on this side. That's crazy. And it is. This bevel's not even ground right. Hmm. Currently have a 2015 Honda Civic. Hopefully it gets me to Oregon for this new job I got with Amazon. Well, make sure you change the oil, right? Because that's a big thing. And I'm not going to say the T word because every time I do that happens. But get that looked at when you get a chance. Every 5. Oh, it runs the synthetic stuff. See, I don't believe in that still. Like a lot of these cars have the sensors, right, in them that tell you like when you're supposed to change the oil or when it thinks the oil's dirty. I don't trust it. I think it's inaccurate. So just like to play it safe. Yeah. See, I'm kind of like, well, my cars I'm pretty heavy on. So my red car, I'm more of like a 2,000 mile oil change person. And I can tell by the color that it's time to change it. Color and smell. Guess I don't want all the extra carbon in it. Keeps me from having to replace other things. But yeah, as long as you do the oil, because if you don't have enough oil in it, and it has a VTEC, it won't engage that. It'll disable that. Just because the solenoid won't fire. If that's the same way they're actuated, which I feel like it probably is still. It's probably actuated with oil pressure. Same way the old ones were. Almost there. This freaking thing, dude. This must have been made on a Monday. That doof. So close. So I have this, you can tell this is not cut correctly. And if we go here, you see how I have a dark spot on this edge. Right here, because the bevel's ground uneven. So I'm knocking down the ends, which will then level out the, when it comes to the trans, I keep reading, don't ever change it since it's that circle trans thing. Circle trans thing. Huh. What circle trans thing? What are you talking about? Don't ever change the fluid? New trans might miss. You mean new transmission fluid might mess the transmission up? It's not that it messes. It's not that the fluid damages the transmission. No, it's more so that the old fluid has a lot of that grit in it, right? That actually helps the plates in there because the more miles you get on it, the more those plates get worn out. And if you put new fluid in there, it just, yeah, it's not good for it. Never ends well. I'm not really an automatic person, never have been. I'm more of a manual. That way I know it works. And they're just cheaper. But the one thing to extend the life of the automatic transmission is when you're sitting still, you take it out of gear and you put it in neutral, right? That way those plates aren't driving. But I would recommend you look at your manual and see if it, yeah, every red light. There you go. Yep, every red light. If you're sitting there for an extended period, it's best to put it in neutral because those plates are still turning while it's in drive, and that slowly wears down the transmission. Or the plates, the discs, sorry, in the transmission. So yeah, it's very helpful. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people just leave it in drive and put their foot on the brake and don't realize that those components are still trying to go. They're still trying to move the car. Also, not accelerating heavily in first gear ensures that you don't start slipping. The transmission doesn't start slipping, right? Save your acceleration for second or third gear because you already have the momentum. That also ensures that you don't have issues. Some people are heavy-footed and want to smash the gas pedal in the automatic transmission. I never had a manual trans, but that's my next purchase for sure. Yeah. It's fun, man. I enjoy it. It really makes a car feel like a car. It's a lot more enjoyable. Even these, I just don't know if I would ever even want one of these newer ones that have the manual automatic transmissions. I don't care how fast they can shift, it still looks crap to me. Getting this little bevel's a pain in my butt. Almost there. Good enough. Okay. What do you think of the new cars with the shut-off engine option? So bad for the engine, in my opinion, when you're at a full stop to save gas. Yeah, the constant start-stop. Well, I don't know if it's really bad for the engine because you are going from a low pressure to high pressure constantly. So yeah, maybe. Probably depends on how the engine's built too a little bit. Depending if it's one of these aluminum cast with the steel inserts in. I don't really like those engines. They don't seem to last very long. They always have bearing failures. But it's got to be very outrageous, right? This starter that's constantly getting smacked all the time. It's probably not very cheap. It's kind of weird though. I don't like it, I think, for the point that, like, let's say you're sitting there, right? And it's stopped. If the car's running and I'm in a manual transmission car and someone's coming up on my tail pretty fast and about to hit me, I can put it in gear and I can hit the accelerator and then reduce the amount of impact. If I'm in a car like that, I have no choice but to take the full impact because there's no way I'm going to get moving fast enough or even get moving, period. That's probably why I don't like it. That's my whole thing behind it. Like when I'm sitting there, it just happens a lot. Like people getting rear-ended because someone behind them thinks that they're gonna not pay attention. No, I'm all for the saving gas and stuff, like, but quite honestly, I really don't think you're consuming that much sitting there. If you want to save gas, don't smash the pedal to the floor. That's the biggest way to save gas, is just not accelerate heavily. Just accelerate with a decent pace, and it'll save you fuel cost. All the extra stuff doesn't really... Man, that had a real low spot on it. It sounds funky to me too. Like I've ridden in my buddies' cars There's BMWs and stuff, and you pull up and the thing stops, and it's just eerie because you can't hear the engine anymore. And for a guy that's used to hearing the engine run, it doesn't make me comfortable at all. I don't want to hear everything else going on. I want to hear the motor run. Right? I feel like at that point, you might as well just buy an electric car. There's people that like electric cars. I'm not one of them. Maybe. I don't know electric cars though. If I worked on an electric car. Yet, no. Nope. Not really. Can't be that hard. It's just a combination of electronics and stuff I already do. So it's can't be rocket science. It's gotta be pretty easy. I do a pretty broad range. What's up? I do a pretty broad range of stuff, so I feel like an electric car is just like working on an oversized RC car. This has such a low spot there, man. Come on. Just go away. For real? Yeah, this is an oversized RC car. They sound weird to me. Like even Formula went. Now they got this Formula E. Oh Lord, I don't know what to think about that. I think my biggest thing with the electric cars is I can always pull up to a gas station. I can't always pull up to a place to plug it in. So what happens if you're driving, you go a little too far? Then what? Why don't these cars have... actually, I'm going to leave that. I'm not going to say that. That's mine. I'm going to keep that in my head. But that's how I would have built the cars. Also, have you ever noticed that all these electric cars, everything's electric? Why can't, when you're out of juice, you have to wait for hours too? Yeah, exactly. Why do the electric cars have to have electric handles and stuff like that? Or are they manual? I don't know. But I would want, if I had an electric car, I just want it powering the driving. I don't want the electric wasted on door handles and windows and stuff like that. Give me manual. That way I can get another 30 miles, right? Give me manual freaking windows. Give me manual freaking door handles. Don't give me this extra electronic crap that has to be powered to open the car and make the car function. Like if you really want to make it efficient, take that crap off of it. Give me less electronic components in my electric car. Or give me the option if I want it. I mean, is there an option? I don't know. I don't know anybody that has one to know if there even is an option. Or like, are you able to buy a car with just manual stuff? I mean, obviously the locks, right? You want that to be part of your security system. So that would be electric. But I don't need it to have like special door popper crap or any of this extra lift the freaking trunk junk. I'm a functioning individual that can lift my own trunk. Yeah, I have some ideas for that stuff, but I'll keep them to myself. And probably by the time I get to say anything, Somebody's already going to figure it out. That's how it happens, right? I've already done it. Oh, I had that in the works. You didn't know? You didn't know? I'd want the option for Flintstone mode to save power in a pinch. That'd be cool. Save power in a pinch. Yeah, why not? You could pedal it, right? Like, is that what you're talking about? Like pedaling in the car? We were supposed to get these generators. Someone was supposed to release a generator that you could pedal a bike in your house for half an hour and it would supply a normal family's electricity for the day. That never happened. Because quite honestly, I would pedal the bike like a mother because I want to get paid for the extra electricity. So, have you decided on what color you wanted to paint the charger? For the most part, probably a neutral color. Either something in the realm of black or a gunmetal is probably what it's going to be. But something definitely darker. Yeah. Or maybe not. Maybe the power company doesn't have to pay you. Maybe that's your work for the day. Wouldn't that be nice, right? If they want to go to this thing where every person makes a certain amount of money, why not allow people to pedal power to pay for their freaking crap? There you go. Then, what? You're eating. You do a little workout, keeps you physically fit. You're also providing electricity, which is honestly probably more efficient. That would help out weight issue. There you go. Everyone gets healthier. Electric supplied. Freaking ding. Win-win. You freaking take that from me. This is mine. I came up with that. Fucking, I'll tell you right now. My idea. But yeah, you could put people, right? You put plenty of families in a house and give them a damn power meter and let them pedal a freaking bike. It would make their electricity. Any overage would go into a hub. And then there you go. You can get rid of your whole coal bull crap. Problem solved. The power company don't want that, of course. Look, I'd get a flat. What do you mean with your luck you'd get a flat? Well, it's not an actual bike. It's a centrifugal wheel. Like if I had, and I was considering, if I had enough money to get a generator, I would make one myself. I would definitely design one, gear it, and then MedHead can pay me. That would be good. No power for fate. What do you mean no power? Or busted chain or pedal or something? I guess. Nah, he'd be alright. I think it'd be cool. Because I would find ways to produce more than I'm required to produce in a day. Because obviously I would probably use more electric than normal people. So I'd have to. See, that one's done. It's very sharp. An Eeyore bike? What do you mean an Eeyore bike? Would provide jobs for anyone who could pedal, could do it for the ones who can't. Provide jobs for the who could pedal, could do it for the ones who can't. Well, you could have ARM versions, right? So some people that would be, yeah. I'm sure there's other ways people would want to contribute, right? So let's say you're a paraplegic or something, and your something will most likely go wrong. What? What do you Eeyore in? Something will most likely go wrong. Well, I was supposed to pedal day and forgot to. Guess that's why my light's off. Is that what you mean? See, you get it. Yes, but I think having something physical like that to do would honestly boost a lot of people's self-esteem. It's getting things to flow and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. Not everybody could do it, obviously. There's a margin there. Good for mental health too. Exactly. Definitely. It'd be good for mental health. I think that'd be a good savior in itself. Be good for mental health. Um, true living. Yeah. Yeah, I think it'd be very good for mental health. Get the blood flowing. Get get the positive vibes going, right? You could plug in, jump in your social media, talk to your friends while you're cranking out your half hour of pedaling, whatever the heck you have, right? Obviously, if you wanted to do it at a higher ratio, you would reduce the time. And eventually, you'd probably get to that point, right? Where you could increase the load and reduce your time invested, which is simple gearing. Hook up the pedal to your home office. Do it all day. Yeah, do it all day, right? Maybe you get a bonus check at the end of the month because you've helped supply the electricity for 8 other households because you've literally biked freaking halfway across the world. Make kids pedal to earn screen time. Dang. There you go. She's on it. She's on it. Very easily could change the world. Big part of it. I would do it. That's what I said. If I had a generator, right? Or a way to freaking the pieces to build this, I'd build it myself. Obviously, you want a wheel with a lot of mass to carry the momentum, and it needs to be like a regular bike, right? Where you stop pedaling and it still allows a free spin. be a thing. Yeah, I think about stuff like this all the time. This is what rolls through my head on a daily basis. That would be cool, though. You really could, man, that'd be huge for mental health, I think, in itself. Right? Who knows? Thunder. I might wind down here soon, I think. Because I would like to get up at a decent time tomorrow and get on that fender, get this one done, get that one done. I feel like company just lobby this stuff. I feel like company just lobby this stuff out so it doesn't happen. Like, we have had the ability, but that would affect the big boys up top. So, I understand that. You gotta just figure out how to work that, right? Keep them fucking happy too. Just gotta figure out how to make it work, that's all. Yes, it would upset some people, but what do you want to do? You want to keep going at the same pace, right? Or do you want to fix the mental health issue? And do you want to fix the racial issues? Because that's what needs to happen. People need to start working together, need to get better mentally, physically, and then do what we want to do, right? Go to other planets, do other things, not be stuck here forever. Because currently, the way it's been going for the last 2,000 years, this is all we're ever going to have. Because we can't get past that. And if the big boys don't see that, then that's their problem. Imagine how many more things could be done faster if you allowed more people to have the funding to do the things that they want to do, right? To experiment with stuff, come up with new things. A lot faster, I think. At least enough to try and keep up with this technology. Because obviously there's not enough minds working behind the technology. The technology is going faster than what we can keep up with. But there's some people out there with good ideas that don't have the funding to do what they want to do. There's brilliant minds all over the place. It's just they're kind of held in a box and can't do anything with it. I remember back in the day the Jetson was supposed to be us currently. Yes, yes, the Jetsons. That's weird, because I thought about the Jetsons the other day, right? Like 2 days ago. I thought about the Jetsons. Somehow that song popped in my head. Um, but yeah, it was supposed to be. What? What's the guy? Maybe we got too many freaking Cogsworths or whatever the freaking heck the dude's name is, and we just can't get to that point. It'd be nice. Yeah, one day. Alright, brother. I'll be back on tomorrow. I usually get on at like, um, what time is it? 9 o'clock. So like 7 hours from now. Slowly getting there, yeah. Feel like we just have been stalling. We have been stalling. We've been stalling because people haven't been taking the steps they need to take. I can hear, meet the Jetsons, his wife Judy. Or isn't it Judy? Or I don't know. Maybe it's not. But yeah, I'll be on probably 7 hours or so. Tomorrow around like 9 or 10 in the morning. So, yep. Good night, all. Hope you sleep good. Get some rest. It's nice meeting you, Livy. Yeah, brother. Definitely. Nice having a chat with you. Yeah, stop by more often. Joan. Oh, is it Joan? Oh, I don't. Whatever her name is. All right. Y'all have a good night. Take care. Later.